My first turning point event was in this time. I was just around 6 years old. And my mother, one day, I had got dropped off at the end of my long gravel road from our approach. And in front of our house was a pickup truck I had never seen before. And in front of that pickup truck, I could see my mother. She was in a rush. She was panicking. She was grabbing garbage bags, boxes, all of her belongings, and throwing in the back of this pickup truck. She was in a rush, going inside, outside, packing our stuff. And I'm getting curious because I'm just a kid. I start picking up my pace. And as I'm picking up my pace, I'm getting closer and closer and closer to the house. I could see Kendra getting in the back seat. I could see Farah getting in the back seat. I could see Marisha getting in the back seat. Now I'm getting really curious. I finally make my way to the house. I look at my mom, and she could tell she's stressed. You know when people are under turmoil, you could see it in their expression. So I noticed that in my mother that day. She was in turmoil. I said, Mom, what's going on? Where are we going? Because we never had a vehicle. We never had transportation. The only time we would travel was in a medical taxi to go to and from the city. There's gateway cities all across the prairies, Canada. Winnipeg is one. You have people from northern communities coming here for their medical appointments. People who are coming here for a short term to come and stock up, do their medical, and then head back home. It was very much the same with me, except I didn't have to fly. So the medical taxi would take us to a place called Prince Albert. That was our gateway city to a lot of our things that we would do to clothe ourselves, to get our groceries and so on. And I thought that was a medical taxi that pulled up. So I remember getting there and I said, Mom, what's going on? What are we doing? My mom looked at me, she said, son, go inside, pack up your bag, hurry up, be quick, hurry up, hurry up. So I got excited. I'm like, yes, we're going to the city. I rarely go to the city. She said, go pack up your bag. So I went in my little area. I had a little Ninja Turtles backpack, everyone's favorite 90s show. My little toys, I threw in that backpack. I went outside, I threw it in the back of the pickup truck, and I went in the back seat, and off we went to the city. We finally get to the city, and deep down I was excited because I thought we were going to go to every child's favorite place and every parent's dreadful place to go to shop, Walmart. And we passed Walmart. I'm like, what are we doing in the city then? My mom, she didn't tell me a lot. She was under turmoil. She was under stress. It was a big changing time in our life. We go into this room. There was fluorescent lights on the ceiling. Bed on the floor. We pack all of our stuff in there, our garbage bags, boxes, and we're sleeping on this floor, all 5 of us. And after a few nights bouncing around these rooms, going to different places, different homes, different buildings, I didn't realize that in this moment, I wasn't going to go home anymore. That was the last time I was going to live with my father. That was the last time I was going to call that res home. In this moment, my friends, you see as I'm speaking, you may have a memory to your childhood. You may have a memory of things that have shaped who you are. Here's the reality. Someone sacrificed for all of us to be in these roles today. Someone paved the path so you can take that baton and take it to the next generation. It starts at home. It starts with the ones who raised us. It was paved by the way before us, an ancestor or ancestors. So here we are living this privileged time. At least in my shoes, my ancestors couldn't become speakers. We couldn't become educated. We couldn't even leave our reserves. We weren't allowed to practice our language, our culture. Here I am in the future. I get a chance to become that person for them. It's bigger than me. And in your shoes right now, it's bigger than you because you're leading a lot of people. Every decision we make is impacting the lives around us. So my mom made a decision for me, my 3 younger sisters, to leave our home. Living in women's shelters, interval houses, not having a place to go. Eventually, my kukam, I'm going to tap the screen. my cookum became a person who would take us into her home. And my cookum, there we go. My cookum was the person, as you could see, she's on the screen here on the left here, hanging out with me. She was the one who opened up her arms to us and said, come on in. And at this time, we lived with my cookum and we moved all of our belongings to Sweetgrass First Nation, where I would eventually call home from grade 1 all the way till grade 12. During this time, my cookum took it upon herself to teach us through her actions. She was a fluent Cree speaker. She rarely spoke English. Me, I rarely spoke Cree. English was my language at that time. So we had a hard time conversing, but a lot of times she didn't have to talk to me. She would do it with her actions. There's always people looking up to someone. There's always people watching people, how they live their life, how we handle challenges, how we handle obstacles, how we handle conflict. Most of that comes back from our childhood during this time. So if you notice things about yourself, someone taught you that, or you witnessed that growing up. If we want to create a new outcome, that means we have to go and find a different root to be planted, a different seed. Sometimes we have to take out different roots that don't serve us no more. Limiting mindsets help us to think more positively and prosperously for the future.